When did you start to realize you were really good at it?
When everybody would stop and watch me. When everybody, like my whole life, everybody would just stop and just watch what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would hit the mitts and the whole gym would stop and be like, the fuck? Like, who is this?
Because the sound, because the
speed, the sound, everything. Like, I just started noticing that it wasn't normal because I would watch other kids and nobody would care. Like, and I'm sorry to say that, but that's just how it is.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Like, everybody would just, Ryan's sparring, it's all watch. Oh, Ryan's this. And I'm like, it kind of just led into like, I was supposed to be where I'm supposed to be. Like, you're going to be a great fighter, a superstar. Like, everybody just kind of would always tell me little things like that. Like,
yeah. Well, it's like when I first fucking met you back when you were 18, I was like, dude, you're going to blow up.
You said the same thing. And I'm like, there's a lot of good signs that are.
Yeah, for
like,
damn sure.
This can't be a coincidence.
Yeah. So what do you attribute it to, really?
To gifts of God that you're blessed with. I mean, everybody has their own gifts, and it's just how best you could use them, or
and realize it.
You know, but everybody's blessed with talents. But you also like you got to do the work. Yeah. Like, you can't just expect things to come to you. Like, it's not gonna be easy. When I started running and things get a little hard, I'm like, this is the part. Like, this is what's gonna separate me from everyone else, because most people would be like, it's a little too high, I gotta go. Like, I'm done. Like, to me, it's like once it get hard, I think to myself, finally, this is my time to separate myself. Like, like when I got a drop with Luke Campbell, most people would be like, I'm embarrassed. Like, to me, I said to myself, this is my time to be great. Like, this was going to separate me. I'm going to step to him. Like, I had in my mind, like, I'm stepping to him right now. Let's go. Like, I wasn't afraid of the moment because I knew that's in me. And it's always going to be in me. Like, I'm ready to be great. Yeah, I want to be great. I'm intentionally trying to be great. Yeah. Some people say, oh, you don't, like, greatness is just, no, I'm intentionally trying to be great. I'm going to find a way to be great. Yeah. Find a way to beat everybody. If I got to fight you twice, 3 times, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm finding a way to beat your ass. Yeah. That's how I am.
Yeah, I remember after that fight, that was the thing. Everyone was like, yo, like, because you took shots and it came back. Everyone was like, oh, shit, this kid's. That's when I think people were like, okay, this is like for real, for real. Not that you weren't for real prior.
They just never seen it.
Right.
And he was a gold medalist. Like, this guy's a gold medalist, a southpaw, rangy. Yeah. Had way more experience than me. I mean, I was just, that was a big fight. That wasn't a walk. And people don't know who that is because they don't.
No, it was a huge fight.
It's a huge fight. This dude's from the UK. You know, the Brits are smart. You know, those guys are sharp. And he had a great trainer with him, Shane McGuigan. And, you know, I was just hungry. Like, he even said it himself. He was like, man, I was looking in your eyes in the ring. I said to myself, no way I'm beating this guy.
Damn, he told you that?
He was like, there's an aura around you. I was like, he was like, I knew you were just, he was like, you were just something different. Yeah. He's like, I knew I wasn't beating you. Like, you were just on me. It was too much.
How do you think you get that? Like when do you think you started to have that? This is what I'm so curious in. Like, you know, in people in greats who've done all this stuff. I think you're like on that path to be one of those people.
I definitely feel that way too.
But like, what point are you like, you noticing that fire? Obviously, like you said, all the moments like for you to separate, you say, okay, this mile, this next 2 miles, I know it's super fucking hard, but this is what's gonna separate me. But like, when did you really start to realize that and feel that?
I think it's a combination of you have to have everything. You have to have the speed, the power. I'm talking about, it could apply to your sport or whatnot, but for me, it's like you have to have the speed, you have to have the power, you have to have the IQ, you have to have the look, you have to have the charm. You really have to have I think all that recipe, and then you drive in it with insane work ethic and trying to find all the little details, all the edges you could find, and you mix it. It's like a recipe. You put all the ingredients in, you stir it up. It's just right. You're right spiritually. You have to be right spiritually, man. Everything has to be on point. Yeah. That's when everything comes, and you're just glowing. There's something about you, and you're just like, I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's when you take advantage of every ounce that you could possibly, and you squeeze it as much as you can, and all of it just comes out all pretty and good. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, you gotta be a weirdo. Like, you gotta be a weirdo. You gotta be obsessed. Like, everything matters. The way you look, the way you talk, like, it's just everything matters.
Yeah. I don't know. Especially in the fight game.
in the fight game. For me, I'm talking about from a fighter's perspective.
Yeah.
I don't really know much else. I'm just a fighter first. I've done this since I was 7 years old. Everything I relate to is like fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like momentum, building it up, seeing, you know, if that shot's working, I'm going to continue to do it. If that video is working, I'm going to continue to do it. For me, it's like boxing has so much parallels to everything. Poker, shit, all right, this guy's a little weak. He's losing all his chips. Fucking get his ass. Like, put pressure on him. Like, make him lose all his shit.
It's funny how you relate boxing to everything else, and I feel like I can relate training to everything else.
You can.
Because it's the same sort of like overcoming, being able to get better through like figuring out like your weak points and adding all those pieces together.
Exactly. Being very honest with yourself. That's key. You got to be honest with yourself. Don't be, like they say, don't believe in hype. Just really be honest. Like, yo, I could show you. I have so much notes from my last fight. I still have a lot to work on.
From watching your last fight.
I mean, you could see, I'm not going to show you, but like I wrote so much notes from just little things that I know I could fix. I have been out of the game.
This is from watching your fight.
I've been out of the game for a year and a half, and I noticed certain things that I had already was fixing, but then came back, and plus the crowd, like I couldn't stop listening to the crowd. I was caring too much about.
Oh, you remember that when you were fighting, you remember listening.
Yes, I listened to the crowd because I wanted them to be excited. I just came back, so I wanted to give the fans a great fight. But the dude was moving his whole...
So, like, as you're fighting, you're thinking this?
Yes. I'm like, dude.
Yo, what
I'm like,
the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker, get over here and fight a little bit. Come on, these fans are bored, bro. Because the dude just kept moving, which I don't knock his game plan, but throw punches at least. Because now you're just literally ducking and holding. I can't fight for two people. Like, you can't have heart for two people.
Yeah.
I could only have heart for myself. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, motherfucker. But then I was like, if I just didn't care about the crowd at that moment, I knew what to do, lure him in. Like, oh, okay, you could hit me.
Bang.
Then bang.
Yeah.
Then I catch him. But again, been out of the ring for a year and a half. And these are little things that I could fix. That's why my next fight, that's really what I feel like is my return. Honestly, I really feel like they called this fight the return, but this is like, now I'm fucking on. I'm on it. Like, I'm ready to fucking...
I'm excited, man.
Explode.
I love
and then
your
it's going to
fights.
be hopefully it's going to be in LA, and that's just going to be sexy as hell. All my friends are going to come out.
Yeah, I got to
nobody could really come out to San Antonio.
Yeah.
But everybody would come out over here.
Everyone would come out over here.
All of you guys. I know, like, all my... Like,
everyone will pull up.
Everyone will pull up.
I'm pulling up for sure. Your fights are always dope, bro.
It's not as... I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm always going to bring the speed. You're always going to get speed and explosion. That's what you should expect. And that's fun. And you know... Me, I don't want to give you a bad fight. Like, but I
the
can't.
fact that you're in there fighting someone, thinking about what the crowd's thinking is
because
crazy
I knew the guy couldn't beat me. I'm in front of the ring and I'm like, I'm fighting him. I'm like, gosh, dude, he's number 6 in the world. He's number 6 in the world, and he hasn't lost a fight in 15 years. So this dude was 32-1, I believe. He only lost his pro debut. So it wasn't like he was bad. I was just way better than him. Like,